Last weekend, mate?
Yeah. So obviously Stewie was unwell, and at the last minute, couldn't come. So Matt took the reins and asked me to give him a bit of a hand. So certainly an interesting experience and a good challenge. And I think we both enjoyed the experience working together, and it worked out pretty well. And the boys, did a great job of, I guess, adjusting to the the new coaching setup, and and really stepped up and played really well over 2 games and got 2 Ws. So that was really pleasing to be involved in that and give Stewie a hand.
So is he back for Friday, Saturday?
I'm not 100% sure at this stage. I'm not sure on what dates and things in terms of when he tested and how all that came about. So yeah, I guess we'll find out over the next couple of days. But I'm available to help out if there's any requirement for that to occur.
Yeah, who's back? Sorry, mate. The others, or who stepped up?
What was that? Sorry.
Who was the other person that coached? Sorry, with you?
Yeah, so Matt Bennell, the men's assistant coach, he was the head coach for the weekend, and I assisted him. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, mate. And another great win for the girls, mate. You must be really rapidly getting some reward for effort.
Yeah, definitely. It was the Frankston game, I guess, was a game that we probably held sway for most of the game, and then sort of, I guess, the quality of Kate Gaze and Darcy Garvin down the stretch sort of brought them back into the game and put us under a little bit of pressure. But I guess pleasingly we were able to sort of hold on to that and play with a bit of maturity down the stretch. It was certainly a challenge with there were basically 2 players down. With Britt Parker went down on the Saturday night with a torn plantar fascia. And Kylie basically couldn't play the second half with a bit of a calf injury. So we were down in rotation. So it was, second day on a road trip. Really pleasing for the girls to sort of nut that one out, backs to the wall and playing against some quality players in Gaze and Garvin. Yeah.
So you're without them this weekend?
So it's looking like Britt might be finished for the season, and Kylie will be a week-to-week proposition basically from here on in, I think. But we'll assess her as the game gets closer and go from there.
Yeah, cool. Is this what you've been talking about this for a while, that you felt like you were close and sort of the dam wall's broken now, I suppose? Do you expect results like this for the rest of the season? And sort of two-part question. Is your pitch to sort of go on next year and carry this forward, the improvements that you've seen, I guess? Yeah,
look, I think it's been a journey in that, probably at the start of the season we probably had maybe a handful, 3 to 5 games where we were probably capable of winning and let it slip through our fingers just through, I guess, a lack of experience and, potentially depth. But the girls, I think particularly since we hit that halfway mark, have sort of turned that corner and have really, I guess, matured as a group. Obviously having Paige come in has helped us, get over the line or, get a bit closer in those situations. And yeah, definitely our expectation, every time we walk into a game, we're expecting to play well enough to win if we can, play the way that we want to play for long enough. But particularly in these last 7 games, we certainly see some games that we think, we're capable of winning. And, the task for us now is to piece it all together for 4 quarters and keep doing that. So yeah, definitely we've set some expectations for ourselves to snare a couple of those games, and but irrespective of that, I guess we've just got to keep playing the right way and keep showing the club and our fans and our sponsors that it is still heading in the right direction, irrespective of the result.
And an unusual setup this weekend, mate, with the 2 home fixtures, I guess, but must be nice that you can play a couple of games without having to travel like you do.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I've ever actually come across this situation in my entire time involved with the team, or with the club, sorry, having two home games back to back like that. But it'll be a different challenge, and looking forward to getting out to the netball centre for the first time in a few years and have a game out there. And obviously having the 2 games without the travel will obviously be a bit of an advantage for us, as our road trips haven't been, I guess, the smoothest experience so far in terms of flights and delays and those sorts of things, really giving us some trouble. So to have a couple of games at home in the comfort, of our home court, we'll be good, and we're looking forward to, I guess, getting out there and having a crack at another 2 wins.
That's all from me, mate. Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
I've only got a couple. Dwain, he's asked most of them. So you've got 7 games left. Is there a number of wins that you want to achieve in those 7 games?
Oh, look, we're not putting a ceiling or a floor on it at this stage. Obviously, we've played the 15 so far and got 2 from that. Obviously, we'd like the percentage to be higher over the last 7 games, and there's definitely some games where we think we're definitely capable of doing that if we play to stick to our KPIs and put it together for 4 quarters. And I think particularly this Friday night against Diamond Valley, that's probably a game where we played them on the road the first time, that probably one that we let slip. I think we were up 5 at some stage during the last quarter and sort of fell in a bit of a hole there. So we really walked away from that one pretty disappointed and feeling like that was a game we should have won. So, we've set ourselves, I guess, for this week in terms of coming out, with the mindset that we sort of owe them one, and we've got to come out and play that way, play with a bit of anger, and make them, if they're going to go away with the win, they come away with some bruises. So we're certainly coming out with that in our mind on Friday night. But no, I guess, floor or ceiling on the number. But we certainly want to improve that winning percentage over that last 7 games.
Just one last one, back to last weekend, sort of a 2-part question. You obviously sort of got blown out the first game.
Yeah.
Sort of what did you put that down to? And then the second part is you must be pleased with the bounce back the next game.
Yeah, look, Nunawading, I think, one game off top spot, and they're there for a reason. They're a high quality team with a lot of depth. Zoe Banks did a fantastic job on Alice Kunick and kept her to 6 points in her 25-30 minutes. But then they had other players bob up and just fill that void. And we threw everything at them in the first half, and I think probably had maybe one of our highest scoring first halves for the season. I think with 44 or 45 points, whatever it was. But I guess the reality is we just don't have the depth to sustain that for 4 quarters. And that's basically where we fell down. We just weren't able to go with them for long enough. And probably the last 6 or 7 minutes of the game, we sort of knew that we were probably pushing it uphill to sort of stay in that game. So rested Angie, Kylie and Paige in particular to try and get them through the next game. So the scoreline probably flattered them a little bit towards the end, but they deserved it because they played a really good game and we really couldn't handle it. And then to bounce back on the Sunday, second day of a road trip, which, as I said before, the travelling arrangements haven't worked out the best for us all season. So then to come back, second game of the road trip against another quality team, to sort of put together almost 4 quarters of really good basketball and get that win was really pleasing. And again, more affirmation for the girls that when we can put it together, we're heading in the right direction, and we've just got to keep our heads down and keep working and see what this last 7 games will bring.
So you feel you've turned the corner, 2 wins in your last 3 now.
Yeah.
You feel things have clicked and you're starting to play the way you want to play?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's always challenges from game to game, and we haven't, we haven't played the perfect game as such. So until we get that, then we're going to keep striving for that. But yeah, definitely feel like we've turned the corner. And as I said last week, it's mostly been about, I guess, mindset more than anything. We haven't changed too much technically, except for trying to speed the game up a little bit for us. And it's more about the mindset and having a bit more of aggression offensively, and I guess keeping that hard-nosed defence that we've tried to play all season. Obviously, that doesn't always work out, and you come up against teams that have that quality punch like Nunawading did on the weekend. But if we just keep sticking to the KPIs that we've set ourselves and playing the way that we want to play and try to do that for 4 quarters, we're confident that we can be in every single game that we play, and then the cards will fall how they fall at the end.